Welcome back to another episode of Barbecue in Bottles, folks. And today we're going to be doing a gear review of the Weber Summit S-470 4-burner gas grill. It's a real mouthful, but this is the gas grill that we've been using personally for the last 3 years. We've done almost everything on this, from steaks to burgers to sausages, rotisserie. We've done steaks on the cast iron using the side burner. We've done pizzas. We've really put this through its paces. So we wanted to talk to you a little bit about the features of this grill and the pros and the cons of it that we've come across over the course of the last 3 years of cooking on it. So firstly, this is a 4-burner gas grill. Each of the burners is rated to 12,200 BTUs, which gives the grill just under 49,000 BTUs of power when you have all 4 burners on. You also have a sear station, so that's an extra burner right in the middle of the grill that adds another almost 11,000 BTUs, taking the grill up to just under 60,000 BTUs of power when you've got everything fired up. This also has a little smoker box, and that's got a dedicated burner underneath that to light any of the wood shavings or chips or chunks or pellets that you put in that, and it allows you to get a little bit more of a smoky aroma to the foods that you're cooking on the grill. There's also a rotisserie, and the rotisserie has a built-in fold-away motor apparatus that stores easily into the left-hand side shelf on the grill. It also comes with an infrared burner along the back side of the grill that just ignites using gas. And then the last burner is a 12,000 BTU side burner that we've got right here. And that's great for cooking anything up in a frying pan while you're grilling out with the rest of your cook in the actual barbecue itself. Now the Summit series, it also comes in a propane version. The version we have here is the one with a natural gas hookup. It's about $50 more expensive, but you've got propane if you just want to use a tank, or you've got the natural gas hookup if you're going to be leaving it more in one spot as your daily driver. We then have 2 stainless steel side tables, which are a really good size, and the side tables come with 3 hooks on each side, so 6 in total if you want to hang any of your barbecue tools while you're grilling. Lastly, there's lights on the actual burner knobs, as well as a light on the hood handle here as well, that as you lift up your hood, if it's nighttime, that light provides you a little bit more visibility in terms of the proteins on your grill itself. So those are the features of this grill. Now why don't we get into just some of the benefits that we've seen with this grill over the course of the last 3 years. So firstly, this grill is an absolute workhorse. Over the course of the last 3 years, we've hosted all of our work summer barbecues. So that's meant we've been cooking for up to 20 people, and we've been able to do that all on this grill with no issues. And that's because this grill, you've got 580 square inches of grill space. That's approximately 470 square inches of space on the main grill itself, and then you get an extra about 110 square inches on the warming rack on the top shelf there as well. The next benefit is really one of the reasons that I chose to invest as much into this grill as we did, and that's just the fact that there's no hot spots. It's really frustrating in my mind when you're grilling for a large crowd and you're having to spend a lot of time moving your proteins around the grill just to make sure that they're getting an even amount of heat. You don't have to worry about that with this grill. Whether you've got something right in the middle or whether it's on the edges, you've got a very consistent level of heat being applied to your proteins. Thirdly, and this is an equally important characteristic that we look for on grills, is just the grease management here. We haven't had any flare-up issues, and we love cooking hamburgers that have 80-20 chuck, so you've got all of that marbling rendering down, or other well-marbled proteins, whether those are ribeyes or sausages. And here we have all of that marbling that just renders down, that drips onto the flavorizer bars and just vaporizes into those smoky flavors that really add to your cook. but we don't have to worry about having a spray bottle next to us to control any flare-ups or stuff like that. That is a real big plus using this grill. We already mentioned that this grill almost gets 60,000 BTUs worth of power when you've got all 4 burners on and the sear station. So there's more power and heat here than you really need. You can get, when we've had all 4 burners on and the sear station fired up, we've gotten the temperature reading here on the hood of the grill to max out at 750 degrees Fahrenheit. So you've got a huge range of temperatures that you can cook at. Next, I just want to mention the durability of this grill. As you might imagine, we grill a lot. And over the course of the last 3 years, we haven't had to replace any of the components on our Weber Summit. We've got 9mm stainless steel grill grates that are still in fantastic condition. The igniters still fire, and frankly, the hood hasn't faded at all, even though we leave it out in the sun uncovered a decent amount of the time. Really, the only wear that we've seen on the grill is on the underside of the flavorizer bars. Some of the metal is starting to disintegrate off of that, but we've probably got another 3 years worth of grilling at the pace we've been going at so far before we'd even need to consider replacing those. And the grill itself comes with a 10-year manufacturer's warranty from Weber. So even if you do have a component that breaks down, you can apply and have that covered with your warranty. Lastly, and a feature I really like, is just the fact that the rotisserie motor stores away into the left-hand shelf here on the grill. And then the actual rotisserie rod and the clips you can store in the actual storage chamber underneath the grill. We've got so many accessories and rubs and other tools stored in the house, and I just really like when a manufacturer is thoughtful about making sure their accessories can be stored with the grill itself. And Weber's certainly done that here. So now on to the cons. Now the only issue with a grill like this is it is a bit more expensive than a typical entry gas grill. And it's frankly for some of the benefits that we just talked about. But this grill in the propane version of the model is about $2,100 US, and then if you get the natural gas version, it's about $50 more expensive. So it's certainly on the more expensive side of grills, but of course, you know, things like not having to worry about flare-ups, the grease management side of things, the overall size of the grill, you know, those are the types of things that are leading to that type of price point. Secondly, the issue that I've had with the lights is that the batteries burn out all the time. And we frankly have just gotten to the point where we just don't bother with it. We've got a light outside here. If it's nighttime, we flick that on, we can see everything on our grill just fine. But I find that a bit of a nuisance, and I'm actually surprised that Weber just didn't make an electrical plug attached to this grill to just have that powered by a constant electricity flow as opposed to having to worry about battery replacement all the time. Thirdly, we've had the rotisserie motor freeze out on us a couple times when it's been really, really cold in the winter. So what we've gotten in the habit of doing is removing that rotisserie motor, bringing it inside the night before we're going to be doing any cooks if we're anticipating extreme cold temperatures the next day. You know, we live up in Canada, so it's very common for us to get exceptionally cold weather through the winter, and so that's just been a little workaround that's been fine for us. And as long as you heat your motor up the night before, there's no issues with long rotisserie cooks, even in minus 40-degree weather. And the last drawback associated with this grill is I'd say that it's just a single fuel source type grill. While you have the smoker box, you don't have the ability of using charcoal, you don't have the ability of using actual wood logs as a fuel source for the grill. That's a feature that we commonly see on some of the higher end gas grill brands, but to be fair, when you start looking at whether it's some of the Somerset grills like the AMG grill, or whether you're looking at the Kalamazoo grills, those can range from $10,000 to even $40,000. So we're certainly not talking about that price point here, but I'm surprised that there wasn't a little bit more effort from Weber to incorporate some type of alternative fuel source into this grill. Now, in terms of accessories that you might consider getting with this Weber, first, I'd highly recommend getting a cover. I don't know what it is, but this black top here, and I'm sure it's the same with the stainless steel, is an absolute bullseye for birds to just come along and dump on. Now, we just did our regular spring clean out on this gas grill, and it didn't take an hour before some birds came by and just decimated the roof, the top of our grill here. So definitely consider getting a grill cover. Secondly, I'd really consider getting one of the enamel pizza stones. You've got an exceptionally high heat that can crank off of this grill, and so you might as well take advantage of that and try grilling some traditional Neapolitan style pizza. And you can easily get an enamel pizza stone to crank out high heat pizzas in 30 seconds or less. And then lastly, you're gonna wanna get a little tool we call the barbecue floss in order to clean this grill. You don't want grill cleaners that have metal bristles. We know those tend to actually leave behind a little bit of those metal fibers that you don't want to get into your food. So this grill floss is a great little tool that has a metal attachment at the end of it where the ring just cups around the grill grate, and then you can pull that back and forward and just perfectly floss each grill grate individually. You can get the surface, you can get the underneath of the grill grate, and it really just leaves your grill in perfect condition after every time that you've used it. So that's the end of this grill review. We hope you've enjoyed it. You know, we've certainly loved grilling on this barbecue over the course of the last 3 years. If you've got any other ideas on grills or equipment that you'd like us to do reviews on here, let us know in the comments below, and consider subscribing for more product reviews and recipes to come. Thanks for tuning in.